Greetings, ladies and gentlefish, and welcome back to another World of Tanks subscriber replays video. And no, do not adjust your sets. You're not getting a sense of deja vu. Well, you might be getting a sense of deja vu, but we are back again with Wolfwin, and we're back on Berlin, and we're back in a tier 6 tank platoon. This time, Wolfwin's in the KV2, so it is a little bit different, I promise. Now, I do want to mention, I think I have fixed the "oh look, people are dead, but they still seem alive and we can't see their damage on the hit points bar" problem. Because I had a little tinkly thing going on at the back of my head saying this is a mods problem. Because I've seen people with this issue before, but the weird thing is I don't run the World of Tanks client with any mods, and the version of the client I'm using to run these replays is just downloaded from I can't remember the exact name of it, but there's a website that is a repository of old World of Tanks clients. But I had a rummage around, and it seems there are some mod folders still in that client version, which is weird, and I might let the guy who runs the website know, because it means essentially I was running a game client with a mod, and I think the mod was incompatible with the version of the client that I'm running, which caused that issue, I think. But I hadn't downloaded the mod explicitly myself. In fact, I hadn't even used the mod. It hadn't even occurred to me that these these game files might come with stuff in the resmods folder. Curious. Anyway, we're going to see if this helps. I mean, as soon as Wolfwin hits something, we'll know all about it, I suppose. So, come on, someone get derped in the face. It's a KV2, I want to see some one-shots. Oh look, it's a little... oh no, it hasn't fixed the problem. That's annoying. Okay, well, never mind. Nuts to it. Don't have the time to sort it out at the moment, because unfortunately I have to record these on a kind of a limited time frame. So what I might need to do is look at downloading a different version of this World of Tanks client. It's weird because it doesn't always throw a wobbly. Hello, Mr. KV1S. I played some replays last week, or at the time when you're watching this. I think it might be the week before last, possibly last week as well, that didn't have this problem. Oh well, never mind. We're just going to have to live with it. Nonetheless, I did still find it curious, goodbye KV1S, that this thing did still come with stuff in the resmods folder. It was weird. Very, very weird. Anyway, Wolfwin is of course here on Berlin. Like I said, tier 6 game, and he's already racked up 1100 damage and 2 kills, because KV2 when top tier is hilarious. Now he is platooned up with the same guys as last time, which, just for the record, because I don't think I mentioned them in the previous video, we've got, no damage. We've got PP very soft, and we've got camouflaged rocks. Somehow I don't think these guys take the game too super seriously. I wonder what gave me that impression. Anyway, T1 heavy over to the right hand side there, but no, it's not really going to happen. Enemy bishop manages to hit and damage Wolfwin's gun there, unfortunately, and you don't want to be using a KV2 with a damaged gun, because the gun is the whole reason for using the KV2 in the first place. And T1 heavy, side armor, come on, gun depression, no, come on, make it work. Make it so, number one, make it so. Goodbye, Mr. T1 heavy. Right, Panzer IV-H has been spotted away in the distance, and is apparently not shooting Wolfwin. Oh no, there we go. Might be using the derp gun himself, but Wolfwin's gun is bigger, as that guy just found out to his cost. Oh well, never mind. Anyway, scoreline 7-5. Berlin is not my favourite map, but it does always seem to be that the game is decided in the city. Which is fine if you're driving a tank that's alright in the city, but if you're driving around in your little light tank, especially if you're bottom tier, you're kind of left going, what am I going to do? Or your lightly armoured tank destroyers, or heaven forfend you're driving artillery. That's just not going to work, is it? Anyway, Wolfwin's been spotted. The scoreline's 9-5, and he wants to get him some more death. So, bishop, bishop, bishop. Going to struggle to shoot him through the truck because the truck will just absorb the HE shell. He might take a hit here from the bishop. Well, never mind. Oh, the bishop's running away. Never mind. Well, I say running. Oh. Didn't actually properly hit and penetrate. Just took the guy's track off only. Did 348 damage, and that guy's not feeling too healthy. Enemy leopard decides to have a go, but he's realistically far too far away for that little pop gun to be doing a great deal of much. P43's just around the corner, probably wishing, well, that he wasn't just around the corner, and I guess he got his wish because he's not anymore. And hey, what? Now, I'm just gonna stop giggling for a moment because Wolfwin does mention that he made a bit of a flub at the end of this game. Now, I believe he's going for a mission here. Heavy Tank 7, I've got it covered, I think, so he needs 3,000 damage to make this one work. And he needs a win. And he needs to participate in the successful capture or reset of the base, I believe. Now, he's got almost 3,000 damage. Oh, come on, little Tinky Tonk. There we go. Maybe. And actually, Wolfwin's gunner is out of action here, which is why the gun is being especially derpy. But Wolfwin needs to participate in a base capture or a reset of the enemy base for this mission to work. Or is that my mission? I don't know. Either way, I'm rambling here because I have not had enough sleep. My point is, Wolfwin does say that he's got a heavy tank mission going on at the time, and he kind of makes a bit of a flub because he could have achieved it, but his brain go plop plop. And we've all had those moments, let's be honest. I mean, I'm having one at the moment. That's a low damage roll from the M4A1, but the M4A1 is spamming gold, and one more shot, unfortunately, is going to kill Wolfwin. Bit like that, really. I swear it's exactly the same position Wolfwin died in the last game he was on Berlin. Oh well, never mind. The enemy team was getting pretty, I was going to say soundly beaten. I mean, it's the friendly team always had a persistent advantage throughout this game. That's what I'm trying to say. I know that doesn't, of course, mean that they're going to be completely smashed, but you know, they were pretty consistently getting beaten here. The scoreline is 12-10. Now, they could pull this back. They've got a Leopard, they've got an M4A1, and they've got an SU-1. They've got a Leopard and they've got an M4A1. Yeah, they're not going to pull this back, are they? Let's be honest. So we're just going to speed this along a little bit until those two guys meet their maker, because watching, you know, an artillery piece mess around on the map is not going to be the most interesting thing in the world. There goes the Sherman. Now, can they just deal with this Leopard? No, it's another base capture. Seems to be happening quite a bit for Wolfwin on this map. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the post-game stats for this one. So, there we go. That was enough there for Ace Tanker, Bruiser, Fighter, Fire for Effect, and a high caliber medal, which is, let's be honest, none too shabby. 3,204 damage done, 5 kills, or 1,364 base experience. Easily coming top of either team, it doesn't really matter. But interestingly, Wolfwin was probably the single notable difference between the two teams. If you ignore his performance, the two teams performed fairly comparably. So I think that just goes to show the difference that one person can make in a game, which is always nice to see. 11 shots fired, 8 hits, 4 penetrations, 5 splash damage going on there, 3,204 damage, as I mentioned earlier on, most of which from a nice close range, because it's a KV-2. And despite the fact that some people would like you to believe otherwise, the KV-2 doesn't actually snipe very well. I know, controversial. Someone please get that man a coffee. Anyway. 555 damage blocked by Wolfwin's armour there, due in no small part to the fact that the Leopard decided to ping a 30mm autocannon, I think it's a 30mm autocannon, off the front of his armour, which was nice. A little bit of assistance, and a pretty healthy profit. In fact, a very healthy profit. All praise the mighty personal reserves and premium account, I suppose. And this isn't, of course, a premium tank or a tier 8. This is just a tier 6 regular tech tree tank. Although, a very good game for one. Anyway, we've got another match to go and have a look at. For our second game then, we are clearly living in an alternate reality where the Red Army pushed past Berlin and into everyone's second favourite map. It's Paris! Yay! Sarcasm. That's original. Now, the more observant of you might notice that something looks a bit weird here. And that's very simply that there aren't 15 players on each team here. In fact, if you count them up, there are 13. Now, this is something that occasionally happens when you have a small server population at a given time. Typically, you know, if you're playing at some god-awful time in the middle of the night, you might get matches with fewer people per team, although usually this is only for lower tiers. But Wolfwin, I believe, plays on the Southeast Asian server. And their server populations are a little bit funky, and it's one of the servers that can have bots, in case you hadn't noticed in some of his other replays. They're only at lower tiers though, so here, if the matchmaker is struggling to find a match, instead of getting some bots to populate the match out, you'll just get a game with fewer people in. Which, in a way, kind of makes what's going to happen even more impressive, because there's less damage to go around. The flip side is, having a 3-man platoon can be even more powerful. And, of course, this is a 3-man KV2 platoon. So, Wolfwin's going really slowly here, which is kind of cheeky, because essentially what it means is the aiming reticule of his gun isn't going to bloom out very much, so he can probably take a cheeky shot. Hello, Mr. VK. Oh, that leaves everybody sad. And PP manages to not kill anything as well, and now we have to sit through the hideously long reload of this 152mm M10 howitzer. And there's a flat panzer here. Well, there was a flat panzer here, and he just probably demonstrated why you don't normally see flat panzers here. And Wolfwin decides to take a shot there at the VK3002M. My apologies, that bug is still present and is going to be for a few videos. There's not a great deal I can do about it. I have looked into it. Anyway, that VK, despite the fact that it looks like he's still alive, is actually dead. Next, well, there's a KV2 looking this way. Maybe let's not drive out in front of his big old gun. Got very good reason to know what that feels like. Someone manages to blap him. Was that artillery, possibly? And Wolfwin here gets a non-penetrating HE round for 395. It's quite a lot. And essentially this game is going to be, you know, heavy tanks duking it out at a corner. And, ooh, KV2, oh, mistakes have been made. 309 into him, and he becomes Wolfwin's second kill. T-150's pushing up to try and pressurise these fellas back here. Wolfwin's actually pretty good at telling his team that he's reloading. This is something that typically you don't find people do, but then typically people aren't dealing with a... Oh, hello, VK. 946. People aren't dealing with a 20-odd second reload at tier 6. Now, 946 was a penetrating HE round. The average damage on these HE rounds is, yeah, 910 with 86 average penetration. So, shots into the sides of tier 6s can definitely penetrate. Although that didn't one-shot him, oh, boo-hoo. Because, you know, he has a bit more health these days, since the health of all the mid-tier tanks was buffed. Oh, Wolfwin takes a bit of a pasting there, but the VK's never going to make it out of there alive. 254 finishes him off. Kill number 3 of his team's 5. And the scoreline is 5-2. This is looking like it's probably going to be a fairly solid win for Wolfwin's team, as his platoon mate PP there manages to finish off the M6. Going for a snipe on a Sherman, or if the Sherman just comes out, I mean, 413 didn't actually penetrate. That shot went into his tracks. HE ammunition into spaced armour. Yeah, it's not going to penetrate, but still do a lot of damage, and it looks like it trapped the guy waiting for the reload again. And is that Sherman using the howitzer? Looks like he is. Well, didn't do him much good, did it? And he becomes kill number 4. And scoreline 7-4. This game isn't going to be a hideously long one. So, moving up here, because all the immediate threats have been dealt with, and just looking for some more bad guys to shoot up. T-34-85M over to our right hand side. His bum is pointing toward us. His bum is wishing it weren't. Heavy tank number 6 is just around the corner. Do need to be careful about that guy. He has quite a lot of health left. And, well, his gun has 220 alpha. Wolfwin here, 270 hit points left. So, yeah, do need to be a little cautious around that fellow. Can Wolfwin pick up the kill? Come on. Oh, we just lost camouflage rocks as the heavy tank number 6 takes him down. Wolfwin, yeah, doesn't matter. T-34-85M has taken the heavy tank number 6 down, and that just leaves 4 of them. 2 artillery, a Nashorn and this Stritzwang. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit because watching a KV-2 ponderously try and get into position is not the most exciting thing in the world to be doing. AMX-12T is running forwards to see what he can spot, and he finds the enemy Nashorn. Unfortunately, Wolfwin's not really in a position to do much about that, which is a shame. Everybody's going to cry, including the Nashorn, and the AMX-12T actually finishes the guy off. Stritzwang is also over there, and there is artillery, and oh no, no, no. That's not how it's supposed to work. When you don't aim in the KV-2, it's supposed to home in like a laser-guided missile, right? Yeah. Don't believe the hype. That just leaves the M44 and the Stritzwang. We know where the Stritzwang is. Never going to get over to there. M44, well, I mean, he's a relatively mobile machine. He could be almost anywhere. As it is, he's just over yonder. And Wolfwin's going to... Oh, I was going to say he's going to struggle, but is he able to? Oh, he can just make out a little bit of this shot. Come on. Top gun on the line. Top gun on the line. No! Nashorn pips him to the post, and that just leaves the Stritzwang. And Wolfwin's never going to get there in time, and that is the match. There we go. 13-6, not really a scoreline people commonly see at the end of a game, especially when no one's capped out, but it is what it is. Welcome to Southeast Asia, I suppose. Let's have a look at the post-game stats. So, that was enough for an ace tanker for Wolfwin there, along with Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Fighter, and a high caliber medal. Always nice to see a little bit of KV-2 action, so I thought it'd be a little bit entertaining to bring you some today. 2,893 damage done, 5 kills, 1,390 base experience, and frankly, the enemy team kind of just got kicked. The enemy M6 did manage over 1,500 damage, to be fair to him. Wookiee Militia, so shout out to him. But the rest of the enemy team's performance was all decidedly, let's go with mediocre. Nothing to really get too excited about, so it is what it is. Friendly T-34-85M did also manage over 1,200 damage, so nice one to him. 11 shots fired, 8 hits, 2 penetrations, 7 splash damage for that damage count. 5 hits received, 3 penned, 1 did not. The armour on the KV-2 is not really very good. In fact, it's worse tier for tier than the KV-1. In fact, it's just flat out worse than the KV-1, no tier for tier about it. So you can't really expect the KV-2 to bounce a huge amount. 3 enemy vehicles spotted, 6 damaged, 5 destroyed, 4 base capture points. Oh yeah, farming those cap points. 1.58 kilometers travelled, and with a premium account that was essentially a 66,000 credit profit, which is quite tasty. Welcome to the world of making money at mid-tiers. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that couple of replays. If you did, by all means, feel free to catch some of my other videos, subscribe to my channel, send in your own games for me to have a look at. That is absolutely fine. If you wish to send me your own game, upload the replay to whatreplays.com. Send a link to the appropriate channel on Discord. There should be a link to Discord in the video description. If you have not already jumped on board, feel free to do so. And as ever, I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao, ciao.